What's up, guys? It's True, and today we're going to be talking about the big problem with what's going on in Houston with the Rockets. And so today the Rockets have as of today the Rockets have I think it's a 15-game losing streak. It's terrible, but I think half of the problem with them is that they have injuries, and I think a quarter of it has to be PJ Tucker wanting a trade, and another quarter is COVID, maybe, just because of how it affects everything, just even if you don't have it or not. And the injuries, against the Jazz last night, they had, I believe it was 7 players out, so they could only play 9 players, and they had their top 4 players out, including those 2 guys right there, John Wall and Daniel House. So they still lost the game by 15 to the Jazz, but that was expected. But the thing is that they also have another star player, that is Christian Wood, and he has been out for a little while with the big ankle injury. I think he was listed as 6 to 8 weeks, and I think it was before the All-Star break. I think it was 4 weeks ago, which is a month ago. But the Rockets and the city of Houston are really struggling right now, along with the Texans and the Rockets now, who started off the season pretty good, and they've had James Harden, the whole thing with James Harden, and I think John Wall has to step up in a way, but I don't think he would like to step up. It is his first year, so I mean, it's always when you're a first year player, you always have to learn the system, and he is in a position where he has to step in as the leader and the veteran of this team that he hasn't even played with really before. He's only played with them for like 37 games, so that he has to step in as the leader, and he has to teach all the young guys, and I think it's a lot to handle for a guy that is a veteran, but he is in his first year. So the Rockets have a really, really big problem. Well, I haven't been talking about the Jazz too much, so I'm going to talk about them today. They won yesterday, like I mentioned, with the Rockets, against the Rockets by 15, and it was a sloppy game by them. They should have blown this team out by way more, and they should have outplayed them. I think the offensive rebounds for Houston was 18, which is good for them, but terrible for the Jazz, and horrific because they are a great rebounding team, and with Rudy Gobert in the middle, you're pretty much guaranteed to get every rebound. And the Jazz were they weren't undermanned at all. Like, they didn't have any injuries. They were all together, and they just didn't play well, I guess. But they still won the game by 15. So it's kind of interesting the way that, like, in the NBA, you can play a poor game and still win the game by 15 or 20 or 10 or 12 or something like that. A good team, when they're a good team, because even if they don't play great, they're always fighting, whatever it looks like, and that's what the Jazz looked like last night. And finally, the NFL draft is coming up at the end of April, and that everyone's putting out their mock drafts, and I hope to put out a mock draft in a video soon, but the NFL draft, like, there's guys like Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson from BYU, and like Trey Lance. There's all sorts of guys, Penei Sewell. So I think that the NFL draft is just full of quarterbacks. So, and there's a pretty good chance that the top 5 picks, everyone that is picked, is going to be a quarterback, with being Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, of course Trey Lance, and maybe another quarterback. But there are like other underrated guys like Christian Darrisaw, and you got like Clemson players. You got Travis Etienne all over the place, and Alabama too. Devontae Smith. You got Jalen Waddle, Mac Jones. You got Najee Harris. Like you can throw out any player, and they probably will make an impact for a team. So I think the NFL draft is going to be a good one this year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on post notifications too, because, like, what are you doing if you don't? But anyways, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoy and have a great day. Peace out.